Help support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps you protected when shopping online. Get $5 to try it now by using promo code QZZ2J.
Look at, oh my God. Is this cool or what? Yeah. Tom Stevens here. Hi, I'm Don Baine, the Gadget Professor. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Don, for having us.
I don't even know what it is, but it's cool as could be. Tell us all about it.
So,
it's really cool.
This is Jennie. She's a fully interactive robotic emotional support animal.
Look at this. Oh my God.
Inspired by my mother.
Wait, we got to get this. Can I lean this on this to get it up?
If she's not level, this plug is going to be a little. It looks like we lost the graphics, so we're good.
Okay, there we go. Much better. Thank you.
Inspired by my mother, who, after she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's dementia, had to take away her dog for safety reasons. I learned that she's one of over 300 million people with seniors with dementia or pre-dementia mild cognitive impairment.
I know it all too well, and our beautiful Nancy here is going through a similar situation right now.
I'm very sorry. Yeah,
it's retching.
It is, and it's one of those conditions that, despite how tragic it is for the person who gets Alzheimer's or another cause of dementia, it can be even harder on the family. It's a terrible, tragic disease. Yeah, and for most seniors, they lose the ability to safely or practically care for a live animal. And so that's what this is. She's designed to actually treat the behavioral and psychological symptoms of dementia, reducing the need for certain medications, including psychotropics.
So it's specifically designed?
So our first product was specifically designed for seniors with dementia. We tested with over 700 seniors with dementia. There's a great deal of peer-reviewed research in this area, over 200 studies going back as many as 40 years, showing that where a senior with dementia can form a robust emotional attachment to an object, traditionally a human baby doll or a stuffed animal, they get a great deal of relief from the behavioral and psychological symptoms, so loneliness, anxiety, depression, in my mother's case, hallucinations and violent anger, and a reduction in need for psychotropic medications, which are anti-anxiety, antidepressant, antipsychotic meds.
Familiar with them all, unfortunately.
Yeah, so our first product will be released as a consumer health tech product, but it is our aim for our robotic puppies to be the first to be FDA medical devices.
Really?
So 83% of seniors with dementia in the United States live at home and are cared for by an unpaid family member.
Correct.
But they also find their ways into hospitals quite frequently, and so we hope to become part of the standard of care for dealing with seniors with dementia when they're in short-term and long-term acute settings.
All right, let me ask you a bunch of technical stuff.
Please.
All right. So this is not available right now.
This is our
prototype.
Final alpha pre-production. Will be in beta shortly, and as soon as the betas are working, we'll start fulfilling orders.
When's that going to be, roughly?
We're hoping for sometime this year.
As you may know, getting any kind of FDA approval is about as impossible as it could be, and as difficult as can be. And I can write 50 books on that. So how would I purchase this? Where would I purchase it? And give me a rough feel. I know you might not know, but what's the cost of this?
So the way to get on our list to purchase it is to go to tombot.com, and you'll be prompted to join a wait list.
Tombot.com. Simple enough, tombot.com. And there you'll be allowed to
join our wait list and notify when we'll formally open up our pre-order campaign, and then once we're fulfilling orders, we'll give people an idea how long it's going to take.
Give me just a rough idea what if you know what the cost might be.
We're targeting, so we have two customers. Right. The family member on behalf of the loved one with dementia. They begged us not to have a subscription model. They wanted a one-time charge.
Yeah, of course, I can understand that.
So that's a one-time price of $1,500. And then,
that's very reasonable.
Thank you. And in hospitals, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, they can buy it the same way, but most of those organizations want to do long-term rental. So based upon
Right.
the quantity that
Kind
they're
of like a lease thing.
Exactly right.
Okay.
So we call it robot as a service. Not a term we coined, but
Right.
the idea that they're getting access to that and they provide it to their patients or residents either
Okay.
for free or at cost or for a markup.
Let me ask a couple more questions. Now, I'm assuming this has to be stationary. So is this going to stay in like the living room or whatever room I desire, or is it within the scope of possibilities that I move this from?
Yes. So first of all, for seniors with dementia, anything on the floor presents a fall risk,
Right.
and falls are frequently
Not
end-of-life events. So products in this category are never placed on the ground. So this one does not walk. It's designed as a lap dog or to be on a table or a chair.
So it's designed to be on your lap.
Exactly right. So this prototype here is only running on plug-in power,
Sure.
but think smartphone that moves. So it'll have all-day battery life and plug-in rechargeable overnight. And we intend for this to be with people around the clock, including coming to bed with them
Really?
and soothing them as they're
That's
laying in bed.
just a brilliant idea.
Thank you so much.
And you wouldn't really have the emotional response unless you've had someone that has had Alzheimer's. And for me personally, my father, it was just retching. And then my mother-in-law, I had to take care of her for 5 years with it. And I know for my dad, this would have been like, yeah, just perfect. Now, it doesn't talk, correct?
No, when we so we researched over 700 seniors with dementia, and first of all, we learned a tremendous amount through that. But the big takeaways were around realism. Realism, first of all, on objects with which they're already familiar, so puppies and kittens as opposed to wild animals or fictitious creatures. And then secondly, the more realistic, the better in appearance,
Boy,
texture.
I'll tell you, when you walked up and I saw that, I swear to you, I thought, oh my God, it's a dog. What a cute looking animal. I mean, I really did until he actually put it down. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, it feels real, it looks real, and I like it.
Thank you so much. So the seniors wanted it to always be a puppy, even though they understand that it's a robot and actually prefer that it's a robot over live animals. Peak pet ownership rates are in our 50s and then decline by about 50% per decade after that. So many of them have already made decisions to no longer keep a live animal as a pet. But despite the fact that it is a robot, they want to suspend disbelief and pretend that it's real. And so asking it what the weather is and having it answer takes them out of that space. So it's always a puppy, but it responds in terms of what it's capable of doing. 5 mechanical subsystems. The mouth opens and closes, the eyes open and close, ears, head and neck, and tail. Responds to, it's covered, it has a sensory system. You can see she's responding when I touch her. Most of the time, she's deciding what she's going to do.
We have people, directors and helping us. They're crying, they're looking at it. I mean, it's pretty emotional. I got to tell you, I mean, you know how many, I see thousands of products, but boy, this one is, it's so lifelike. Now, you mentioned that this can actually go in the bed.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that in real world, you're not going to have the plug on it.
No, correct.
Okay.
So to recharge it, but not for operation.
Okay. I got a bunch of stuff in the head.
Please, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll give you short answers.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, so what happens if it falls? I mean, people, they move, whatever, and poof, how's it going to survive that?
So that was a huge design requirement.
Oh,
so
sure.
because it's on somebody's lap, it's always in an elevated position, and because it's a little head heavy, because a lot of the motors are here, it's likely to go in that direction. So we had to be able to design it to survive everyday use.
So you've already thought of that?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Okay, next question. I know we're getting the wrap-up sign. I could be here for an hour with this. So how do I put this? Is this on a route? In other words, it's going to go through these motions, and then when it finishes this motion, it's not. So it's touch reactive.
And voice commands. It can feel itself being moved.
Oh, it does voice commands? Can you do a voice command?
It's a little buzzing here, but let's see if she'll do it. Hey, Jenny, want a treat? No, she's going to ignore me today.
But the ears went up when you spoke to her.
So she decides how she wants to react at any given time, and our technology has the potential for unlimited categories of behaviors, and unlimited behaviors within a given category, so users will never experience repetition, and the robot will continuously interact with them, but
something?
always in a way that's appropriate to the given context.
Artificial intelligence?
There is. It's light duty in this one because we didn't need it to be a minimum viable product for a senior with dementia.
Right.
But we hope to expand this to other mental health issues such as children with autism, people with severe anxiety, depression,
I can
PTSD.
just see like,
exactly.
You have to come back next year because I want to follow the tracking of this year by year. I think this is just a killer product. I mean, it's masterfully done. One more quick question. I'm just curious, how long did it take to develop this from your idea?
Idea was in 2011. We launched the I went back and got a master's from Stanford before I launched this product.
I've heard of Stanford. Yeah,
and then we launched the company in 2017. The first 2 years were just research on what to do, and then since that time it's been R&D, and we're finally getting in the market.
Was the precipitous for you to go to college because of this idea?
Yes, 100%.
Really?
100%.
100%?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which, by the way, if you're going to go back to school, go there for a reason, and because the education lands on you in a way that doesn't.
Those are some words of wisdom. Well, obviously you had to have a very high intellect just to get into Stanford, never mind graduate. So I applaud you for that. And, it's a pleasure for me to meet people like you because, he took a very personal, emotional event, and it is emotional. I mean, it is mentally and physically draining. And look how he turned it around to help other people, Good for you.
Thank you so much.
Good for you.
Thank you for having us today.
Okay.
This is really a pleasure.
It's tombot.com, and I'm telling you, just check the website out. I haven't even looked at the website. It's the first time I've met Tom, and I am blown away by this. It's masterful.
Thank you so much.
Masterful. Thank you. I appreciate you coming on.
My pleasure.
And where's your booth?
We're in Eureka Park, booth 62034. Yeah.
All right. I know I'm not going to have a choice, but Enza's going to want to come over and see that. So I'll try to get down there. You're going to be at your booth?
I will be in my booth.
Okay.
This is the rare opportunity I get to get away.
Here you go, Enz. There's some cards. You can take one of those.
Thank you so much.
And I appreciate you coming on.
My pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
The Tech Podcast Network CES 2025 coverage is executive produced by Adam Barker. Technical director is Kirk Corliss. Associate producers are Nancy Ertz, Tracy Ingram, Xerxes Goddard, Brandy Jackson, and Aviva Cram. Voiceover by Aaron Hurst. Our hosts are Marlo Anderson, Don Baine, and Scott Ertz. Studio and equipment are provided by PLUGHITZ Productions. The TPN studio executive is Todd Cochran. This has been a Tech Podcast Network production, copyright 2025.